Hey, I'm isisyoung. I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
SLT Nation! Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. We're combing the earth, the planet. We're trying to find the most amazing human beings who are doing phenomenal things and accomplishing big dreams. And today, we are colder than a polar bear's toenails. That's right. We got her in the building. Came through dripping ice. Yeah, the ice box. Hey, we got a former Newhouse Fordham Hooper, WNBA analyst, working with ESPN. This is one of the rising stars in the media industry right now, straight from Berlin, New Jersey. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome to the show, Isis Young. How you feeling today, Isis?
What's going on? I'm feeling amazing. First of all, I appreciate that intro. That might have been the best intro I've ever gotten. Like, hey. I want to put you on a mic before my games. Like, all right, Kev got it. Let's go.
Just call me up. I'm there for you. All you got to do is just say the word. Say the word. Well, check this out. If this is your first time checking out the network, checking out our platform, what took you so long? Welcome to the show. Welcome to your newest favorite sports podcast. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones. Mr. Yeet is in the building, a true OG Louisiana, and I'm rocking alongside of my partner in crime, my brother from another mother. Hey, smoother than the peanut butter, the quiet storm, the head coach KT. How you doing, KT?
Man, B. Jones, you did really put some stank on that intro, man. You did hang on that one.
Oh, well, she gonna get tired of me here in a minute because I got so many ice things coming. she probably gonna be like, no more, B. Jones, no more. Hey, check this out, Isis. Before we get to your amazing story, all the way over there while you eating Vegemite in Australia, we gotta get all our new listeners to plug in with us and tap in with us. First and foremost, we got some exciting news. Our website is up and running, SLT Y'all go check it out. It is a dope site. You can interact with us. You can check out what's going on with the You Got Next community. See all of our alums like today. But y'all go check us out. Show us some support. And then on the count of three, in Sports Life Talk tradition, we got to pay the bills. We got to keep this thing moving. We got to keep growing, and we need your support and help. Also, on the count of three, all of my Icebox fans, all of my folks down under, we need y'all to show us some love and smash that subscribe button. Isis, you nod your head. I can tell you feel, hey, anybody who put 23 on their name, hey, they get my respect. Hey, here we go. Yep. They legit. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. That's right, we don't do fans, we don't do followers, we do family members. And if you smash that subscribe button, welcome to the family. I'm your newest play cousin. So without further ado, y'all came here to see the living legend, the walking bucket, the microphone. Hey, here we go. Came through dripping. Isis, are you ready for the Sports Life Talk initiation?
I am. I'm excited. Let's get it.
Ice. Let's go.
BJ, you can't give me an intro like you gave her, man. I'm feeling a little left out, man. You've been killing, but you know what, B. Jones, it's all good. I got it. All right. I'm gonna hook you up later.
Hook you up
later, man. All right, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Top 5 music artists: Lauryn Hill, Anthony Hamilton, her, SZA, and Musiq Soulchild.
All right, KT, she did that real easy on you, KT.
I really don't appreciate it. She's a professional. She's done this before, B. Jones, so I couldn't really shake her.
But Kevin, can we just Music Soul Child? I think that's our first time somebody said Music Soul Child.
It's not the first. We just haven't heard it as much as we should have.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't recall anybody, so I'm gonna challenge you.
You don't remember what I told you yesterday, B. Jones, so I don't expect you to know. All right, ISIS. So what we like to do, we like to rank everybody's top 5. The highest you can get is 5.
Okay.
There is no way with a list like that I can give you anything less than 5.
Yeah.
B. Jones. Okay. Since I don't have an ice box where my heart used to be, we're gonna give her 10. Give her 10 for that one, man.
Hey.
Was that 10 or 9, man? I can't trust your count. You from Louisiana? Was that 10?
I'm from Louisiana, but that was a Louisiana 10. Let's put it that way.
Hey, well, it was supposed to be 10. It sounded more like 7-ish. Great job. All right. So, who is your favorite superhero and why?
Okay, so this one was hard, but I'm gonna pick Black Panther because literally in the past, you feel me? In the past few years, we've really learned more about Black Panther. R.I.P. to Chadwick, but also because it's like an us superhero. Like that is a superhero that I can literally see walking around the earth, and that's us. So it's easy. That's Black Panther.
And he's us, ISIS, and he's rich.
Yeah.
Golly, I mean, so that's great. All right. T'Challa, since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Okay, so I'm gonna pick "Poison" by Belle Biv DeVoe. Really, just because I just like that this girl is poison. I feel like me walking into that, it's cool, and sometimes it's a good thing to be poison, and sometimes it's a good thing to
never trust a big button smile.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like it's also my pregame song. Like when I queue up my pregame playlist, that's always a song that I kind of hit just to get me going and feeling good. So I kind of feel like that's my walkout song.
Yeah, but you kind of tell a little bit of your business for anybody that's trying to holler at you too that you're poison. So they got to approach with
Beware.
No doubt. All right. So if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
Yeah, I definitely think right now I would shadow Malika Andrews. I feel like she's kind of become the new face of everything, NBA, everything ESPN, and she's my age. And so I think I would just love to appreciate shadowing her, seeing what she does day to day, what her weeks look like, but just kind of getting it to that magnitude of she literally is calling a game almost every single day. And just seeing what that lifestyle looks like. But especially when you're covering the NBA, I'd be curious to know.
Hey, between Malika and Maria, something special with the, hey, them M's, Eminem, they rolling. They hot right now. Yep. So I'm with you on that.
I'll tell you that I've knocked out the Maria one. I've met Maria. I've sat behind her during games. I've talked to her at games. She's kind of filmed. She filmed an icebox for me that I did with 𝐥𝐤𝐬 a few years ago. And so Maria's definitely cool, and she's shining at NBC, doing a great job.
Hey,
so maybe that's why
with the names too.
Yeah, she name dropping everything.
Yeah, she name. I'm like, oh my goodness. Now I got one. Do you know Shanae? Do you know Shanae?
Shanae
on 𝐤𝐤𝐤. Yeah, on ESPN right now.
Of course I do. Yes, of course I do. Yep, I do. Very much.
You know her? Hey,
I do.
Hey, you got. I'm her biggest fan. Okay, just let her know I'm her biggest fan. I'm a huge Shanae fan. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right.
Maybe I'll text her and tell her about you then.
You can't say stuff like that. He's not gonna be professional for the rest of the show.
Oh my God! Hey, I'm about to. Hey, Shanae.
She's lovely. She is. She's lovely. She's awesome.
All right. So if you're still watching this, and we hope you are, please smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave us your top 5, your theme song, and favorite superhero in the comments. B. Jones, you got me throwing off. All right. So please allow me to reintroduce our newest family member, isisyoung. So B. Jones, please take it away, brother.
Kevin, what's colder than ice cold?
Ice cold.
What's colder than cold? All right.
You can't keep doing that, though, BJ. Oh, yeah. People going to think we're trying to be alphas, too, so we got to be careful. But that's from Outcast,
really?
y'all. That's Outcast.
It's Outcast. I got that from Outcast. All right. I still got 2 more, so y'all buckle up. All right, here we go. All right, so let's take this thing back to Berlin. You came up hoping. And, you know, when I was a little kid, this was one of the dopest movies out, so I always loved to start it out with every show, right? When did you fall in love with basketball?
Yeah, I would say really early. Like I probably started playing age 5 or 6. Both of my parents played in high school. Mom played D3 in college, and so kind of in my blood. But I remember like easily playing in rec leagues. I grew really fast too. So when I first started playing basketball, I was like the center by force. Thankfully, my parents knew that they're all of 5'5" and 5'10", so they knew I wasn't going to be 6'3". And so I developed my guard skills. But I would say really early. Like I remember being 9 years old at AAU Nationals in Orlando, Florida. Parents like cheering in the crowd. We're taking it so serious at 9. You know, like you don't really know what else to do at 9, and that's what we were doing. We were serious hoopers at 9. So pretty serious from the beginning.
Any siblings? I know you talked about mom and dad having that sports legacy. Any siblings that play sports?
Yeah. We're a complete sports family, B. Jones. My little brother, Isaiah, is 2 years younger than me. He plays professional soccer, actually in Germany. He's been doing that for about 6 years. And then my little sister, 𝐬𝐚𝐬, just finished her college soccer career up at a school in Connecticut. So they chose soccer, I chose basketball, but we all played soccer and basketball growing up. So all of my childhood memories pretty much are just us going to each other's games and tournaments, cheering, playing against each other. I give a lot to my brother for how I played him one-on-one, like I was
just about to ask you, especially. Yeah, you big sis though. You big sis.
Yeah, I am big sis, but I'm only 2 years older, so it took me until he was about like 13 for me to get that. Like, you're now bigger than me. You're kind of stronger than me. You're definitely faster than me. And so our one-on-ones got pretty physical to the point where my dad, came out and had to referee them. And then, but it was good though. We're like ultimate competitors in our house. Everything is a competition, which is really cool. And now he's always like my fun fact that I have a brother that plays professional soccer. And he's doing great. He's fluent German. Yeah, he's the man. Isaiah is great. Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, we might have to plug him in. I want to learn more about Isaiah too.
I think so too.
He sounds like a great young man. That's gonna be pretty awesome. And so now, how is it like he in Germany, you in Australia, mom and dad, everybody back here in the States? How's the family chemistry with being so separated abroad?
Yeah, I would say I think we're used to it. Ever since I left for college, pretty much Isaiah went overseas, and so. Family group chat, is something that we kind of use, hear from each other here or there. We're always watching each other's games and stuff and kind of checking in that way, which is really, really cool. So I check in with my brother at least once or twice a week just on like, hey, how was your game? And he'll ask me, how was your game? And then we'll kind of go back and forth. So it's pretty cool. When I started playing overseas last year, I started out in Germany. And so I was about 3 hours from him. So I got to visit him twice. I saw 2 of his games. I got to see him score in person, which was really cool. So it's been a really cool experience to kind of have an international, sibling that is pretty close. Like if I really need anything and I can't get home, I get to Germany.
All right. So you and Isaiah, y'all in the backyard, y'all bumping heads, y'all doing it. Boom, boom, boom. It's physical.
Yeah.
When did it all start to translate to the basketball court? And when did you realize that, hey, I'm different? There's something different about me than some of these other young ladies I'm playing with. When did all that come to fruition?
Yeah, I would say around 12 or 13. Like I had gotten my first offer at 13, and so I was in 8th grade. Yeah, and so I think once you realize like how much money somebody's willing to put on the table for you as a 13-year-old, let alone you've got 4 more years to kind of really make the decision. I think we understood that is what the route I was going. Also, too, like I played soccer. Because honestly, I was good at it, but I didn't love it. Like I can't run and play soccer for hours and hours, and I'll quit. I'll sit down in the middle of the field. Like I'm good. Basketball though, I could play pickup all day. We could play pickup from 9 to 12. We can go grab lunch, come back. I'll play with you from 1 to 4. We go grab lunch, dinner, come back, and I'll play at night from 9 to midnight. Like I just love hooping so much, and so it was pretty clear too when I turned about 12, 13. Like. This is what I'd like to do for the next few years.
Now you still getting buckets, or have you hung up the sneakers? Or tell us about what's currently going on with the hoop skills right now.
B. Jones, I gotta tell you, because I'm telling you the truth here. I am averaging 35 and 7 in this Australian league I'm playing in.
Ooh, and Kevin was doing all that gassing. He was doing all that talking about ISIS, man. She 5'7". I give her the business. And I'm just telling you right now, hey, did she getting 35 and 7? Oh, no,
B. Jones, we on wax. I really said that.
What you talking about?
Did I really just say what you just said?
I mean, you was kind of hinting at it in text messages. Don't make me pull up the receipts.
Oh, please do. Get them out to her. You're a dirty joker. I did not say that, ISIS. I don't want that smoke.
But
it's okay, head coach.
But if Sinead want to play 1-on-1, hey, I'm gonna do it up. Hey, Ken, we're gonna start working out right now so I can get some buckets on.
Hey, it ain't no working out in the world for us to get buckets against them, B. Jones. I don't think we want that.
Oh no, we don't. We would be embarrassed so bad. Yeah. It would be humiliating. So you talking about 35 points a game? I mean, like, that's kind of crazy. What's the secret sauce? What are you doing? You got on some of them Kevin Durant Nikes right now? What's going on?
Nah, I have Kyrie's on.
Oh, you know,
I'm waiting for him to come out with his sneaker. That's not
but you know he putting moccasins and he putting all kind of stuff on top of his sneakers. Right? You doing the same thing? Or you letting your Nike logo show? Okay.
Yeah, these are regular. I didn't have all that in me. I felt like I'll wait for him to create his own sneaker and then I'll go and support that. And if it's a moccasin, it's a moccasin, and that's what we're talking. But yeah, so now I hoop in Kyrie's over here. But honestly, like, I just play with such a high motor. Like, I really love transition. I really love getting up and down. I'm a 3-point shooter, so I average about 5 threes made a game. And then I'm number 1 in the league in free throws, like in free throws made. So as much as I go, like, I'm also getting hit and then making free throws. So I just felt like I kind of came over here like ready to play. I was broadcasting before I got here, and so I was doing some games for CBS, and so I had to stay a little bit longer and like miss the preseason. And so I just was so conscious of, like, make sure we go over there and we're in shape, because I got here January 30th and our first game was February 3rd. And like, I don't know if you know, but the flight to Australia was 17 hours. I literally traveled for a day. It's a 16-hour time difference. So it's 5 or 6:30 where you guys are right now. It's 11:30 in the morning for me, or 10 a.m. for me because daylight savings. So so I got here and I just kind of slept. I worked out, and then I was like, I want to be the best player in the league. Like, the league doesn't have a ton of imports, but, you know, Australia is known for really good women's basketball. So there are some really good players in this league. But I just have a motor. So I just kind of go, honestly.
Okay, Isis Curry over there getting all the over there dropping all them 3-pointers. You know what's crazy, Isis, is when we first started doing the show, Kevin had this brain. He was like, B, we gotta tell the story of women's basketball, especially the WNBA. It's super difficult. We want to, you know, keep pushing it. But we started talking to all these people overseas, and I didn't know how hard it was to be an import overseas. I didn't know that the rigors, like, and you know, you talking about you dropping 35, but we had a young lady come on here and say, listen, if I didn't drop like 29 or 30 a game, I could be going home in a week. And so, like, the pressure was like just on a whole different magnitude. I mean, but you seem like you thrive under that pressure. I guess you could say you ice cold, huh? I mean, what's going on? How are you handling that pressure like that? You away from the family? You getting on this long flight? You eating that nasty Vegemite? What's going on?
I haven't tried kangaroo yet. I will tell you that, in case you didn't ask. That is it's a normal thing here. Like, you find in a grocery store, like you would find chicken, but I haven't tried it yet. But no, I will say it is tough playing overseas. It is very hard to find a good situation where you're somewhere where you feel safe, you feel comfortable, you're making sure that you get paid regardless of how you perform. You like the town and where you live in, the people treat you okay. Obviously, racism is a very real thing outside of our home country. And so there are some countries that I wouldn't go play in because I'd be like, I don't think society would welcome me, let alone a basketball team. But with that being said, Australia is very dope. Like, it is good vibes all around. Like, I'm in Tasmania, so I'm on the island. I'm near the beach. Like, everybody's very chill. I think their goal for this season was to bring in an import that would change the culture here. This team historically does not win a lot of games in the season. And so I think they wanted somebody that had a little dog in them that was going to come and hold people accountable and really score. And so I actually would say less of my job has been numbers. Like I could score 35 and we could still probably lose half the games in our season. Just because of the makeup of our team. But it's more so leadership and coaching. Like I do a ton of coaching. Funniest story. I have never been a part of a situation like this. It's like my third game here. We're playing the team that won the league last year. We're playing them. We're down 2 of our main players. So it's like our third game. Everybody thinks we're going to get blown out. I don't know the other team, so I don't respect you. Like I could care less who you are. I'm just going to come out here and hoop. So
you from Berlin. You from Berlin, New Jersey.
100%, bro. Like anybody can get this work. So anyway, it's like 6 seconds left in the game. We have the ball. We're down 3. So we take them all the way down to the wire. It's been a crazy game. So I hit a 3 to put us in overtime. So we're playing this team in overtime, and to hit the 3, like before we go to overtime, my coach takes a timeout. So he takes time out, and he's like, all right, Ice, where do you want it? And he hands me the clipboard. So I'm like, my little pen in my hand, I'm like, because like, yeah, I'm an analyst and I'm a basketball player, but that is a completely different side.
2 different
like,
worlds.
It's different when you're calling a game. Yeah, and your play-by-play guy's like, Ice, what would you do in this situation? Like, I draw up a little something, flare screen, have somebody come around, but you say it because it's not you, and there's no pressure on you getting it wrong or right.
Right.
So I'm in a game, and I'm like, listen, I know 2 sideline out-of-bounds plays to get a 3 that I know have worked in college. And so I'm like, I thought of the first one that was simple enough for my teammates to run, for everybody to understand, for me to explain in 30-second timeout. And so, no lie, like drew up in the clipboard, break out of the timeout, came out, planned it and go as well as it should have, but we hit the 3 and went to overtime. So I consider myself a successful coach for about 20 seconds in that time.
So we need to add coaching to your resume, right? So
you feel me? Listen, honestly.
Hey, but hold on now. I got to ask, who won the game, Isis?
Oh, they won.
Oh!
We got in overtime. We got in overtime. It was so great. We were up 4. We started off on a run, and then I fouled out. I fouled out with 2 minutes left. Yep, tough foul. We're not going to talk about the referees here because this is a positive podcast. So we're just not.
Yeah, that's right. We're all about positivity.
Yeah, the other side to overseas, I think any hooper would tell you, is the refs.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter what country, where you go, what the language they speak. Somehow they know to speak to you and give you a foul. But it's all good. It's all good.
You say that with this big smile on your face, Ice. It's like it don't really hurt underneath.
Yeah, it's all good.
Man, so you go to Australia, it's like the opposite of what Brittany Griner went to. So, ladies and gentlemen, we not canceling overseas basketball just yet, because I was on that train and said, hey, everybody stay home. But I'm glad to know some of y'all thriving over there. Okay. All right, man. I hate I'm running so short on time, but let's click this thing over to the analyst side of it. You got the opportunity to be on national television. Tell us about that experience, and what does it mean to be such a significant part of a minority group in a game that's trailblazing, right? You one of the few African-American females on these sidelines commentating these games, and you already know where the game has been, but now we're looking at where the game is going. So tell us a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, I love being an analyst. I love calling basketball, especially women's basketball. I think being, only have graduated a couple of years ago, a lot of these teams that I go and cover, a lot of these broadcasters that I work with either know me from college or familiar with me from recruiting. And so a lot of the ways in which I started, a lot of the teams that I first started getting that would allow me to call their games were because they were coaches that had recruited me, that I probably had said no to, but I reached out anyway saying, hey, Coach Griffith, I know I hope you're doing well. How are the kids? I remember they were little when you were recruiting me, but also I'm looking to call some of your games. Do you have any pull with that? And so everything for me has kind of been about relationships in that industry and just, building great relationships, having great mentors. The coolest thing by far that I've done, though, was call a game on NBC. It was the first women's college basketball game on NBC. It was an all-black female crew that called the game. It also featured 2 black head coaches for Notre Dame, Cal. And so it just was everything that it needed to be. We talked a lot about culture. We talked a lot about history, about where we are. We talked about making history, kind of that if we're in, 2022, that was in November, and we're saying that's the first women's college basketball game on NBC, like a broadcast that has been around since TV has been around, it's kind of tough to look at because you're like,
right.
First one? But at the same time, it's the first one. And so that was the coolest thing for me, I think, to just, be able to make history. And then I did that with my mentor, LaChina Robinson, and then one of our sisters in the business, Dora Stevenson, who works for the Bucks and does Sideline. And so it just was like I was starstruck. I think everywhere I went, meeting the coaches, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤 and Coach Sharman Smith from Cal, like, it just was a very powerful weekend. And honestly, teared up a bunch of times. Like, my mentor, she makes me cry because she's just that mentor who's like a mom to you. Who's like, I'm so proud of you, good job. And I'm like, LaChina, do not give me any speeches before this game, because I got my makeup done and we need to go on NBC and knock this out. Like, we need to knock it out. But afterwards, definitely had a moment where I was like, yo, I just made history. Like, that does not happen at age 26. So really cool moment.
Did you see the look on his face when you said LaChina Robinson? No, did you?
I've been waiting
see it?
on her to mention LaChina the whole episode, B. Jones. You didn't see? I was listening to everything you said, but once you said LaChina, it was just like, yeah, buddy. She's real dope, though. She's real dope.
Every time I say LaChina, I've got at least, and I'm not joking, at least one male friend every time that's like, yo, your mentor? Like, is she single?
Yeah. Well, you don't even have to say no more.
Yeah, can we plug? And I'm like, no.
As quickly as you can, because I'm running super over, but I'm having so much fun. I'm sorry, guys. Rock with us just a few more minutes. What is the WNBA? Because I know Draymond Green made some comments that was a little bit off-putting to some, and shout out to you, Draymond. I love your voice. But what do you think the females game need to do? Because Kevin and I went to just about every level. We went to high school, we went to college, we went to the WNBA games, and it is some of the best basketball I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Bump all the alley-oops, bump all the dunks. It's crazy what these young ladies are doing. It's physical. It's trash talk. I love the environment. It's back and forth. Every play counts. It's great basketball. But what, in your opinion, Isis, what do you think needs to happen for this game to keep going on that trajectory of where we think they should go?
Yeah, I think two things. The first is expansion. It needs more teams. It needs more teams in more cities where people can really follow the game, get to games, actually see their favorite players. Like, we're talking about a league that is a national league, but it's only in 14 cities. And when you think about the United States as a whole, like, that's kind of hard to get to. You could easily not be close to a city. And so I would say that. And I say this, the second thing is marketing the younger players that come in. We've seen a real shift and change in women's college basketball. Like, it's not what it used to be a few years ago, where people laughed at it. They didn't watch the selection shows. They didn't watch Final Fours, different things like that. Like, people are more than invested now, women's college basketball players. They're more than invested in their NIL deals. They're more invested in their social media presence and things like that. And so I think if you expand, you're then able to keep some of those younger players that have those followings that you could then take and build on. It's like I think Sabrina Ionescu was the easiest example for me in terms of, she needed to stay in the league because she had such a huge following at Oregon that it was like, you can't reject all those people who are just going to watch WNBA to watch Sabrina. Like, that's how big her following is. And you're seeing that more and more. Like, you can pick the Aaliyah Boston, star of South Carolina. There is a group of people who are literally just going to watch the W just to watch Aaliyah Boston, and as they should. And so I
think she even have a huge following.
Oh, she's huge. Well, I will tell you, she's from the same AAU team that I'm from, and so I love her game, but also know that Coach Walter Wells, he was our AAU coach. He produces the best out of the best every time, and so she's amazing. But I think those things, expansion and then marketing the younger players, if they can't find a way to do those two things, the league is just going to look very stagnant for some time. And again, like, the league is as old as I am. It's 27 years old. The NBA just celebrated, 75, 76 years. So
that's a good point. That's a great point.
Yeah, it has some time to bridge the gap. And you see that across a lot of women's sports that were started and founded early. Women's tennis, they make as much as the men because their association, their foundation was created over 70 years ago, right? Like,
that's
they did
right.
it correctly.
That's right.
Had some time. So it takes some time to kind of build it up.
What you would have did with an NIL deal, though, Isis? Wait, that's kind of crazy. Your personality, your icebox, you would have made a little scratch in the NIL, huh? I hate you missed that wave.
Yeah, my dad says it all the time. He's like, he wanted me to do an 8th year of college basketball because he claims like he saw NIL coming. And I'm like, bro, even if you saw it coming, it's fine, but I'm not doing it. I'd rather call a game on NBC and call it a day. But I think a ton. Like, I would have branded the mess out of Icebox, out of Ice. Like, I would have tried to get, I don't know if you guys have them where you are, but sparkling ice is like a carbonated, like flavored water. Like I would have went for them, head honcho, like put me on something. But I just would have used ice, which is such an easy thing to brand. And that's why I kind of love that it's my nickname. Yeah. So, but I think NIL is so cool. Like I'm so happy that these younger players are able to start off. You're already not in debt and you're getting an education for free, but now you can really come out of school and have some money, have some savings. Look to kind of explore a little bit in life. Whereas, instead of being forced to, hey, I got to find a job. Hey, I got to play.
That's right.
And then obviously a lot of us have families that depend on us too for that. So it's good to see young players getting money, and hopefully they just have, some mentorship around them to be able to put it in the right places.
Absolutely. Well, I'm hoping KT got some mentorship because it is time. isisyoung, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show with KT and I. We go head up, and you are now officially calling all of the shots. All right. Have you ever played a game called Would You Rather?
I have, but refresh me. What do I need to do technically?
Oh, it's very simple. It's very simple. Both KT and I are going to make a pitch. You select one of those pitches. Whichever option you select, that host will gain a point. The first host to get 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And I'm the defending champ right now. So I'm feeling pretty bullish right now.
Wait, hold on, BJ. I'm cutting you off. No, ISIS, we don't love it. No, we don't.
Oh man, hey, come on now, KT, stop that hate. All right, ISIS, did you have any questions before we get to rocking here?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. Round number 1. Would you rather become a legendary Hall of Fame broadcaster for the professional team of your choice? It could be men's, women's, any team that you want, or
become the owner of your own WNBA franchise.
Hall of Fame broadcaster.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yes. This is I'm feeling pretty bullish because I got some heat in round 3.
Hall of Fame broadcaster, and I think I would pick the Sixers. I think
I
would be a home, because I live 30 minutes from Philly, and so just being a Hall of Famer, but right across the bridge, that would be amazing. That'd be full circle for me.
All right, here we go. Round number 2. Would you rather host a viral YouTube basketball series where you get to go around the country interviewing professional basketball players and men's and women's basketball in the gyms where they grew up in, or
travel the world hosting your own travel the world?
He get nervous.
I need some water. Hush. There ain't no nerves over here. I know I can beat you at any time. All right.
Are you done? Pressure on him. All right, I'm done.
Jones, there's no pressure. It's called, let me know. Host your own traveling food show where you interview athletes and celebrities as they take you to their favorite places to eat in their hometowns.
Definitely food, because it requires actually traveling the world, like the world. And I've lived in Greece. I played in Greece. Best food by far that I've experienced in terms of a culture. And food is an easy way to connect with people. Yeah.
But
the food show is good. I might take you up on that. I might have to steal that idea. That's a good one.
Yeah, but you could have met Kyrie and your Kyries and played against them. That's a wrong answer. All right, here we go.
Eat with Kyrie too here in Dallas, man.
She ain't wearing no Kyries to that restaurant. That fancy
I bet she would.
All right, man. All right, here we go. Round number 3. You did your thing. You made this interesting. All right, I wanted to sweep, but you made it interesting. Round 3. Let's go, KT.
So on our show, which you can watch Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central, here on our YouTube channel, we have a segment called The Drop, where B. Jones turns fashion guru and presents a pair of shoes you should cop or not. So for round 3, both of us will present a shoe to Isis, and she will have the final vote. And her vote will go a long way on this episode, because whatever shoe she picks, that host wins this episode's game. So what we need from you, Isis, we need for you to say, hold that sneaker, and once you say that, we will both present our shoes to you. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right.
We're good?
Yep. You say it whenever you're ready.
Hold that sneaker. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because there's an ice box where my heart used to be.
Do I get the sneaker too? Like whatever I pick.
Oh, hold on, man. We ain't got that kind of money in there, Isis, but that's not in our budget right now.
Okay, fine.
That ain't our ministry.
Yeah, just send me the link where you found the sneaker, KT, because that's 100% what I would wear every single
day. Oh, I'm heartbroken.
I'm so cold. I'm so cold. And new champion. Your heart should be broken because the way you were talking noise earlier.
Oh my God.
Lying on my name saying I was talking noise to her. The champion here.
That was a good pick though. That was a good option. But like
I went with the icebox colors and everything.
I know. But it's
Yeah, B. Jones. Sometimes I mean you just didn't win this one, B. Jones. It's okay, man. It's always next time.
All right. Shanae, I'm sorry. I let you down on this one, but I'm going to get it next episode. Y'all keep watching. I promise y'all I'm coming back at it like a crack addict. I'm coming back. All right, here we go. The title of the show is Sports Life Talks. You got next. And now in your own world, Ice Spice. You got to tell everybody, what does the future hold for Isis Young?
Oh, great question. I think just finishing my season out in Australia, the goal is for our team to make the playoffs, got to be in the top 4. And so working towards that. I would say, and then once I get home, just finding my way, broadcasting a little bit. I recently started a media training program for high school and college athletes that I started before I left. And so going around the country, trying to do that. And then really just giving back. I always help my friend out with a local AAU team that she coaches. And so coaching young girls, getting them into sport, making sure they understand that this can really, this little basketball that I've bounced for a very long time, I feel like so far, and it's gotten me in pretty cool places. So just continuing to travel, continuing to broadcast, do the things that I love. I think I've been really blessed that everything I do, I sincerely love doing it. And it's a really cool position to be in, especially so young in life. And I really am grateful for it. So, yeah. And then the icebox.
If you analyze a game or be an analyst at a game here in Dallas, please don't. You gotta come. You gotta come to Dallas. You gotta let us know because KT he won, so he buying you dinner, and I'm just gonna chill and eat off of him as well. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna do it big as soon as you hit to the city. All right, we gonna do it big. All right,
I got you.
Yeah, I can't turn that one down, B. Jones. Okay, so do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yes. Shout out to my team, the Smiths and Saints that are here in Tasmania. Shout out to my brother and my sister that are doing well. Sister just got her first full-time job out of college, so we are happy for her. Brother doing well in his season. And then shout out to LaChina, because I don't think that I do a podcast these days when I talk about my past, when I talk about my life and my experiences, where LaChina does not come up in the podcast. Literally every single one I have to mention her. Because that's how big she's been to me in my life. And so shout out to LaChina.
Yeah, shout out to her. Hey, just to let her know, I do a segment on our Wednesday night show called the Yeet of the Week. Like LaChina's gotten the yeet. Because remember when the Atlanta Dream, you remember they started, it was the first time that we had a whole, her and the rest of that crew, I gave them the Yeet of the Week. So LaChina, we've been showing you some love for a while.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah. Okay. What am I supposed to do now, B. Jones? You say LaChina, I'm all screwed up. All right. So, this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to work with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Isis, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
Who should have next? One, I would say my brother, 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐤. I think you guys got to get my brother on here and ask him who won the majority of the one-on-ones back home. He's probably going to tell you him. I'm going to tell you that's a lie, but it's fine. No
problem. The record.
Yep, on the record. But I would say my brother, for sure. Yeah, he's someone I admire the most in the world, and he's younger than me. So he's the coolest person I think you could talk to.
All right, Isaiah, you are officially on the clock. We will be reaching out to you to get your opportunity to come on the show and tell everybody about your story, your journey. And plus, we got to learn what's going on in Germany other than bratwurst, brother. So we can't wait to have you on the show. isisyoung. Oh my goodness. You are charismatic. You're energetic. You got an infectious energy. You are a trailblazer. You are icon. You are a legend in the making. isisyoung, you got next.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Baby.
It's so much fun. So much fun.
Doom 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, we need to have that rolling during the show, KT. See if we can call up Vanilla and he give us the rights.
You know he ain't giving us the rights. That's what he's making all his money off of.
No, he don't even own the rights. He don't even own the rights to that. That's 𝐿𝐸 Knight got the rights to that.
We definitely ain't got 𝐿𝐸 Knight. You sure ain't going there.
Hey, Sports Life Talk Nation, thank y'all again for watching another episode. Man, I don't know if I could have more fun doing anything else. This is the greatest job in America. We appreciate y'all supporting us so much because we can't do this without you. Don't forget to check out the new website, SLT yougotnext.com. Hit us up and subscribe everywhere. Sports Life Talk. Shameless plug. We go live every Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We would love to have you join us. It's an interaction. We all about the engagement. And if y'all see us out in the streets, give us a hug. Show us some love. We want to meet y'all. We trying to grow this thing and we can't do it without you. So one more again, thank you. Hey, Isis, we're going to have to bring you back in a couple of years so I can win. Maybe next year, like season 4, we got to get you back, and that way I can win the game. Because I'm not going to rest easy on this one. I'm just going to let you know this is going to bother me for a while. This loss means a lot to me, so I'm hurting a little bit. But KT, I'm going to let you close this thing out. Come on, Quiet Storm.
But you forgot to mention that she has dope shoe taste too, B. Jones. You didn't say that in your little outro either, though. But Isis,
okay.
Thank you so much for rocking with us. It's been a blessing. Whatever you need from us, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We got your back.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate the energy, all the creative questions, and the conversation. I feel like I could talk to y'all for hours.
You could. You know why? Because that girl is poison. Yeah! Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another because together we are better, and keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
What's crazy is I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit, talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like